We are live on a Wednesday night for Hollywood on the Rocks. I'm Chris Gore, and I have seen Furiosa, a Mad Max saga. Whatever that means. Alan Ng is waiting in the wings. Let's start the show. No photo montage at the beginning, just so you're aware. But we're here. And we're to talk about it. So let's get going, folks. Glad you stuck with us. Let's go. Come on. Where's Alan? Yeah, he's
Alan!
Feel like I'm back in Vegas.
Yeah. How so?
You just seem a little, little worn. That's all.
A little cranky.
Yeah.
A little cranky.
Let's just say we were in that movie theater a very long time.
Yeah, it felt like a long time. We're gonna talk about it. I want to see who's here. So let me go to the comments. Let's get some comments first. Ooh, good comments.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I see Davina. You have Red Skull.
Go ahead, Alan.
Yeah, Red Skulls, 1247, who became a member. Welcome to the club.
By the way, if you go to the members tab on the YouTube channel, we're doing a giveaway tonight. We have codes to give away for a movie in 4K, and I forgot what it was. I forgot.
We need to look at how do you forget?
Did we do it yet? I don't know. Anyways, just go to our YouTube channel, go to the community tab, and we're doing a giveaway, and I don't remember. But there you go. All right, go ahead, Alan.
Yes, from Chris B. That's not Mel Gibson. Where's the Thunderdome and Tina Turner? Let's see. Toxic Waltz and Toxic Waltz N8. My biggest confusion is how many people are retroactively shitting on Fury Road. I thought it was universally loved. I know I did. Really stinks of contrarianism.
No, I love it. My opinion of it isn't changed. I loved it then. I love it now. I don't know why people have issues with it. Alan, do you have any?
I wouldn't say I loved it. I liked it. I think that was another one that was just too long. And I had issues with Fury Road that I still had with Furiosa. And we'll talk about that in a bit.
Okay, we're gonna get into it.
Yeah.
So.
From Bill S. Preston Esquire, Mel Gibson will return in Mad Max Sugar Tits.
It's happening.
Right. Can't wait. And then Dustin and I was shitting on Fury Road before it was cool. Yeah, I'm just curious why people hate that movie so much. Yeah, from Gauges on My Face for $5 Canadian. Chris, you look like you're about to accidentally shoot your cinematographer with a prop gun.
Oh my God, that's right. Have that Alec Baldwin look. Oh yeah. No, that's terrible.
What's that Alec Baldwin attitude? Like
yeah, true.
Like if I walked up to you at the 7-Eleven with your cell phone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and from Akinika for a member for 21 months. 21 months. That's pretty incredible. All the best to film threaders.
All right. Did you say 21 nuts?
Did I say that?
No,
I have no idea.
All right.
Red Skulls.
We're gonna start. Okay.
So Red Skulls 1247. Can't wait for thoughts on this movie. And then from Calvin Martin, Fury Road was cool. The 2015 Mad Max game had a better story centered around Max, in my opinion. Though that game is not canon.
I have that game on PS5. I think I bought it for the PS4. I'm going to play tonight. Wait, Mr. Z coming in hot. Holy cow.
Mr. Z from
99.99.
Oh wow,
Thank you.
You should read this one just for
Okay. This is for Chris. Glad you're feeling so well. A lot of something for bills and whatnot. Keep up the great work, guys. Rocky. Wait, this Rocky, like Rocky Balboa? Thank you, Mr. Z. That means a lot. A lot of people have really come out of the woodwork to help me out, and I appreciate it. It's been rough not being around for the last month, and I promise I'll be making up for it. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. That's awesome. Thank you. Right.
All
Oh,
right,
no, right here.
Oh yeah, from Triple Threat 305. So Amazon picked up a Tomb Raider series written and produced by Phoebe Waller-Bridge. Who's excited? LOL.
No one. I'm not. I'm not a big PWB fan.
Okay, let's see. I'm highlighting some of these. Yeah, here we go. From Six Man, it's boring, Alan. They end up back where they started. It makes no sense.
It's like Hot Wheels. It just goes round and round.
Well, I would say it's at least it's better than Ahsoka.
There you go.
From Anonymous, there is not enough girl boss movies, so I'm glad this stunning and brave film got made.
Well,
we
will discuss that aspect of the movie. It's important. And last one here.
All right. And from a Film Threat, smash that like button, tell a friend, hit the notification bell, and subscribe to Film Threat.
Please subscribe. Yes. And subscribe actually to our other channels. We have 2 other YouTube channels right here. Our interviews channel. Mm-hmm. I did an interview with LeVar Burton.
Yeah, that's not the one yet. They're
those are the directors.
Yeah. Right. But I'll say I do have an interview with LeVar Burton coming up soon, and then an interview with Letitia Wright. And our trailers channel. So subscribe to these. I checked out the trailer for The Sales Girl, which is a comedy. So check that out. You may enjoy it. I know I did. So there you go. Thank you for that reminder. So yeah, cool. All right. One before we start talking about the movie, something happened. I gotta share with everybody here.
I would like to say hello to my guest, Mr. Chris Gore, from the hit YouTube podcast, Film Threat. Welcome, sir. I have a question, Mr. Gore. Many people have reported spotting you in the Bahamas having a great time, while at the same time putting all the responsibility of running your shows on Mr. Alan Ng. How do you respond to these allegations, Mr. Gore?
I don't know what you're talking about. It's so funny. Did you say that? Is there something wrong with that? Why is that suddenly wrong to do?
I mean, I don't disagree, and your fans probably don't disagree that everyone deserves to go out and have a good time, but wouldn't you agree that's a lot of responsibility to put on Mr. Ng?
I don't understand that. Why are you pointing the finger at other people all the time? Why don't you point the finger at yourself? Do a little more reading, maybe. Less time in court. Maybe that would be effective for you.
Pardon me for saying this, but you seem defensive.
I'm not being defensive. You're the one who's being defensive. Why is it always the other person who's being defensive? Have you ever asked yourself that? Why don't you ask yourself that? Is it me? It's him, right?
That was, of course, the prestigious show, 69 minutes. 69 minutes. Hey, 69. Welcome, Dante James from Verbal Riot Show. Dante.
Hey, how's it going, boys?
I'm good.
Somehow I made it back sooner than you. So
yeah, I don't even know how that's possible.
That's crazy. But we have now all seen Furiosa, a Mad Max saga. This is an early review, no spoilers. So we're not going to talk about much of the last half, or at least the last third of the movie.
Mhm.
But let's get overall impressions. Alan, starting with you, then Dante, and I'll go last.
Yeah, I'll say I felt the same way about this movie that I felt about Fury Road. It's too damn long, but it was fun, and I kind of like the world building. But I still have problems with this hybrid CG practical world, and had that problem with Fury Road, and I had that problem with this one.
Yeah, Dante.
Overall, I liked it, man. It was fun. Like Alan said, it was. If you like Fury Road, you'll probably like this movie. I think obviously Fury Road was a lot better of a movie, but I thought everyone kind of killed it in this, man. I thought Chris Hemsworth was a little over the top, but in the right way. And Anya Taylor-Joy, man, she did way better than I thought she would do. So overall, it was good.
I agree. I'm with Dante. I had a really good time with the movie. Anya Taylor-Joy is great. Chris Hemsworth chewing the scenery as a villain. I think he really, after playing Thor, I think he likes being a bad guy. But overall, really amazing. And George Miller he would be a great director in the silent era. Much of this film, whole sequences, no one says a word of dialogue. And the story is told through the action, which I think is so good. There are problems on the front end and the back. Mainly the fact that, obviously it's the story of Furiosa. This felt like, I said this to both of you after the screening, this felt like a 4-issue prequel comic that explained the lore of, Gastown and, the Citadel, and like all these other places, how they came to being, right? What the purpose was, all the lore, the war boys and the Ravagers out in the the wasteland. It really
even the
explained it.
Abundance Land. I forget the name of it, but
Yeah,
the thing that Furiosa was going for in the second film.
Right.
The movie starts off there, so I'm not spoiling anything. This is the opening moments of the movie.
Yeah, it's in the trailer. Like from the beginning, you see her in this place, and it felt like a prequel comic. I don't need to know any of this, but it really expands on the world of Mad Max.
Mhm.
And so I actually enjoyed it, except, okay, now we got to go. Well, we should talk about things that we liked first.
Yeah.
But there are things that were problems for me, mainly running time. I mean, to be clear, the first 40 minutes is 10-year-old, 11-year-old Furiosa. She's a kid. And you're like, this is going on for so long. I mean, it could have been 10 minutes, 40 minutes. It's young Furiosa. And then, transitions to, Anya. But wow, they could have cut it down. That, and then the ending, I have an issue with. I can't bring it up. I won't be specific. There's a dragging thing at the end. They really drag out certain moments at the end unnecessarily, but whatever. So, overall, those were the problems I have. But the good outweighed the bad for me. There is a action sequence in the middle of the movie that's so good, almost no words are spoken, and it's so incredible. It's like we've seen some of that before, never seen it this good.
Yeah,
so good, and nothing tops it, and that's a problem. This big sequence in the middle is so epic.
Are you talking about the chase, or are you talking about
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's like afterwards, it's like they're great sequences after, but not as good. Okay, what do you guys think?
Oh, I think you can't beat the action in this movie, man. It's George Miller. So, like I said, if you love Fury Road, you're gonna love this. Honestly, I really just love the world building of this movie. Like, we finally, like, I feel like I finally understand the Mad Max movies more because of this movie, right? It explains the lore, it explains the back history. You just get a better idea of how this world works, you know, through its economy, how their economy works, how um who's running things, like the bosses, right, of the wasteland. It just gives you a real broad view of how Mad Max works. And I think on that level, I really loved it because for me, it felt a little bit kind of like an RPG. Like I'm playing an
Yeah.
RPG, right? Because you're just
Yeah.
exploring this world. And honestly, wouldn't be a bad idea for an RPG if they decide to do it, right?
Yeah.
Just being able to create a character in that world and go about it. And I just feel like it is it the best movie I've seen? Probably not, but it's enjoyable. Will I go see it again? Oh yeah, absolutely, I'll see it again.
Yeah. I
So
can't
for
wait to see
me,
it.
that alone, the fact that I will see it again, tells me it's a good film.
Yeah. Alan.
Yeah, my kid was like, "Is it like Dune?" I go, "Kind of." And then she goes, "Oh, okay, I'll see it then." Yeah, the action is the best part of this movie,
Yeah,
and
chef's
and
kiss.
quite frankly, the action is the best part of all the Mad Max movies.
Yeah.
You know, that's a no brainer there. I do like the fact that in Fury Road, this land of abundance is a dream that she strives for, and that she never, spoiler, she never really gets there. And I like the fact that he started off there, that this place does exist, because I think that raises the stakes for Furiosa in this movie. Why she is so desperate to get back, and I like the fact that that it happened in this movie and not in Fury Road. I also think that this is probably one of the best prequels that you'll see in a very long time. For some reason, he was able to keep the tone, keep the visual style in place, keep the action, the way action is shot. It just feels like a very, it feels like a, definitely a story, same story as Fury Road, but he handles the setup for the prequel stuff. He sets it up really well in this one to where you can naturally move into the next one, which weirdly enough you do at the end of the movie.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. The prequel stuff. It because we see a lot of the characters from in Fury Road in this, younger versions, and where they came from and why they are where they are. So it was kind of satisfying in that regard. So yeah, and I mean, it can't be understated, the action. Like stuff that it's just so it's like poetic, or just like ballet. It's just so well done, and the war boys, and the fact that it's more of the lore of the different factions, right, and how they work. And Morton Joe's sons, Scrotus and Rectus. Was it
Scrotus.
Rectus? Am I right?
Yeah, Scrotus and Rectus.
I am Scrotus. You're like, okay, and I'm Rectus, and you're like, it was just hysterical, like where the world had gone. And there's also this really cool, this is why I compare it to a comic, like chapters. It'll say like one, and it says there's like 5 or 6 chapters that kind of.
Yeah. That's what made the movie feel long, because it's like, oh,
I like that. I like it.
We're at 5 now. We're at chapter 5.
I thought that worked.
If they could have trimmed this movie down to just an even 2 hours, I think it'd be perfect. It would be a perfect movie. I don't think the 30 minutes extra helps this film at all.
Yeah,
agreed.
I mean, once Anya Taylor-Joy shows up, I'm thinking to myself, "Oh, is this the halfway point in the movie?" And I'm like,
it was 40 minutes in, around 40 minutes in.
I know, but it feels like 2.5 hours,
right?
And that just, the fact that I'm looking at my watch, wondering what time it is, says a lot about, it not being a great film, but being a good film.
Yeah, well, look, in spite of the flaws, the running time, huge flaw. Huge flaw for me. But
also, I got to say the actress that played the younger one did a pretty damn good job, man.
Yeah.
I feel like almost kind of upstages Anya Taylor-Joy.
I know. It's like I was really getting into her performance, and then Anya Taylor-Joy shows up. It's like, okay, well, that's over.
But I agree with you, Alan. In terms of a prequel, I can't think of many prequels that hold up. This really did a good job as a prequel. But it begs a question that I've always thought about, like the character of Boba Fett in Star Wars. Okay, think about it.
Yeah.
Such a beloved character, Boba Fett. But, after Empire and Jedi, the thing that made Boba Fett cool was you didn't know anything about Boba Fett. And what a prequel can do is take the mystery of something that's cool and ruin it by telling you everything you need to know. I don't feel that way in this case, but I think that's where prequels go wrong. So,
and that's why I'm saying I'm glad they opened up in the land of abundance, and so that when she chases the MacGuffin, the return there, it's real, and that raises the stakes in it, and then the tragedy of the fact that she won't reach it at the end of the movie.
Or does she?
Exactly. Well, no, because you've seen Fury Road.
Well, this just makes me want to watch Fury Road.
Yeah,
honestly. So, all right,
yeah,
I have a few more.
Yeah, I wonder if that's why they put clips of Fury Road during the credits of this movie.
Maybe,
well, I think it's just to kind of remind the audience that, oh yeah, this is a prequel to this movie.
Yeah, and that Fury Road is on Max, so subscribe.
Right.
And watch it.
Yeah. I want to get to a new topic, but we're gonna take a break, go to comments. But I have a really specific topic we must discuss. Okay. Let's go here. Go ahead, Alan.
All right, D for $5. Looking forward to watching it, and welcome back. Thanks for recommending Film Industry Watch to us. A real eye opener.
Yeah,
that's the Substack, right?
Yeah.
From M for $2. Anya, way too beautiful for this role to look butch. I mean, you could say that about Charlize Theron, couldn't you?
Yep.
Also, did she look butch? I mean, she shaved her head, but she still looked pretty feminine.
Well, let's just say she grows it, she cuts it, she grows it, she cuts it. It's from Bill S. Preston Esquire, Rectus. You brought us. You brought us. From Rumble, ADLS24. Hey, AD. I was surprised that George Miller admitted that he has never imagined Max as an older man and has no story idea for how that could work.
Yeah, that's a mistake.
Wasn't he an older man in Thunderdome?
Well, yeah. I mean, he grew
not that much older.
Yeah, I mean, how many years was Thunderdome after Mad Max? From Lavender, Joy is not an action star. Can't believe it at all. Miller replaced Max with MaxiPad. It's subversion of action movies. It's really obvious, to be honest.
Actually, she was really good in it. I mean,
we'll talk about that later.
Hold that comment.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
I want to discuss. Let's get through these quick.
Apocalypse Tedium, nice. There's not enough George Miller action in cinema. We've been waiting a long time. We've been waiting too long. From Soap Dodger, a Mad Max saga with no Mad Max. Well, see the movie. Sanjaro, imagine expanding the world with these films only to jump forward to an old Mel Gibson to play in it. From Fletcher Williams, I Suck at Games channel. Furiosa, The Wonder Years. Sorry, my dyslexia is really kicking in right now.
It's all good.
Alan Horkin, mildly annoyed, and Alan Saga.
Or more like a Chris Gore saga. Mildly annoyed.
From Nerd Cookies. Hey, a story told without words. Denis Villeneuve, eat your heart out.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think up until the end, I think Furiosa maybe had 3 lines.
Hey, Nerd Cookies, have you seen that Dune Prophecy trailer? What'd you think? Please do a video. I'll watch it. Anyways, good to see you in the chat.
From Alan Horkin, Too Fast, Too Furious.
Furiosa.
Furiosa. From Toxic Walt N8. This gets bonus points because of Miller. To put it plainly, he's old and there's not too many of his kind left. I'll take a lesser Miller over a high to be a modern filmmaker. Woo, that was a tough one.
No, I agree. Like,
Yeah.
This is George Miller, like going for it, swinging for the fences. Like it's cinema. We saw it in IMAX, but it was a smaller IMAX screen. I'm gonna see it. I have tickets to see it again next week on a proper IMAX screen. Just so many shots are like it was like out of a silent film epic. So good. One last comment
All
right
right,
here.
and from Chris B, tell us how you really feel, Alan, pulling punches.
How do you really feel,
We'll get
Alan?
into it. We'll get into it.
All right.
We'll get into it.
The big topic is Furiosa a girl boss? Because everyone wants to dismiss this movie by saying Anya Taylor-Joy, girl boss. And I'll just say, from the way I see the movie, he gets her ass kicked for nearly half the movie and fails most of the time. She's constantly failing. And at one point, I don't want to give too much away, she has a mentor, a man who teaches her how to survive in the wasteland. So this is, I don't think some will disagree with me, and I think it's because people are hypersensitive. This isn't a girl boss movie.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts on what I just said?
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think she's any more of a girl boss than Sarah Connor is. I think she lived in this world. She adapted to this world, and she became what that world is, right? And like you said, she did have a mentor who was a man, who was a straight man, and from what we can tell,
Well, we don't know.
anyway.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, from what we can tell, But either way, she had a white male mentor who taught her, how to survive, and I don't think it's a girl boss situation at all. I think it's a tough girl, but not a boss, not a boss girl.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna see other people say this is girl boss. I don't. Parts of the movie reminded me of Raiders of the Lost Ark. You know how like Indiana Jones in that movie fails the entire movie, and pretty much Furiosa fails a lot. I mean, we're not going to talk about it, but how she loses her arm, and it's fucking, it's
pretty graphic.
It's shocking.
Yeah.
And but it's like people are too hypersensitive. Like, okay, Captain Marvel in the Marvel girl boss, annoyingly so. Like, or Madam Web, girl boss nonsense, almost like a parody of it. This is not that, and she just is. But the thing is this: why is she so like you are like cheering for her because she doesn't let things stop her. Like all the failures she's dealt, she just gets up and keeps going. So,
yeah, I mean, she barely survives. She barely survives in the first half, and then there's a revenge play that I don't think is much of a spoiler either. I think the reason why the girl boss term comes up is the fact that it's for every film that's been coming out lately. It's the pendulum. For a long time, pendulum was mostly men, almost always men, and now it swings back, and so everything we get now has a female lead, and I think that's the issue most people have with it, is just another one. It's just another one. I will say that I agree for the most part that she is not a girl boss. Girl boss implies that she has magical powers and understands how to get out of situations. Out of for some reason that she's some magical person who can get out of situations. That doesn't happen here. She does things that women can do. For a woman who's built like Anya Taylor-Joy, she does things that, if she worked out a lot, she would be able to do these things. But for the most part, she doesn't do. She's not the male, the male superhero in it. I will say though, the fact that she's able to build an arm with one hand. And then put it on herself, and then use it flawlessly, like it's a normal hand. That's pretty girl boss to me.
That was maybe the only thing, but you just buy it. That's near the end of the film, anyways.
There are things that arm does that it's not like, it's heavy and she can hit people with it, and she does that. But there are things like flicking hair out of her eyes with that arm. I'm going, wow, that's a pretty precise, robotic arm there. Okay. Yeah, there's going to be small things that kind of take you out of it, but not a big deal. But I noticed it. It's like mechanical arms don't do that, especially the one she built.
Well, but here's the thing: you see many phases where she learns, right?
And she grows.
That you never see that with the girl boss characters. They don't learn. They're not mentored. They don't ever fail. She does all of those things. She's mentored. You see her learning, or she's gaining skill in mechanics or in fighting. And she's not a heavy, right? She's not but she uses what skills she has. And this mentor, although there's a new trope in movies I want to point out. Dante and I were talking about it. Like, when you see a male and female character, there's romantic interests with this mentor. And normally in a normal movie, two characters, a man and a woman, would kiss. In this movie, and I've seen in other movies, it's the foreheads touching to show affection, like forehead touching. And so they touch foreheads, and that's like, a symbol of affection, or, and that happens. I was like, this would have been a great part for just a traditional old school movie kiss. And that was the one that really did annoy me. Like, it's a perfect moment for a kiss, and they forehead touch.
Yeah, and I'm like,
what do you guys think of that?
I'm like, do you need like an intimacy coordinator just for kissing now? Like, I don't understand this, man.
Yeah.
Like,
you do. Yeah.
That was like you said, it was a good moment for them to actually inject, a little bit of romance in the film. And it's weird that these studios now are shying away from this, right? Any opportunity they can to not do it, they're not doing it. And unless it's gay, I mean, let's be honest here, right? Like, if those were two guys, they would have had them kiss probably. And it's like, it's just, I feel like it's a growing problem in Hollywood. I feel like it's not getting better. And I feel like the only times we're going to see this now, or any kind of romance or any kind of affection between a man and a woman, is if the film is specifically like, a Basic Instinct kind of situation, which even then, good luck finding those now, right? Unless, you're up at late at night and you're watching Cinemax.
But it's implied that she has an affection for this man.
Sure, it's implied.
They don't kiss, they forehead touch. Like, come on, folks.
Yeah.
Alan,
yeah, I mean, they might as well did the Eskimo thing and just rub noses together. I mean, it was like, it was just such a dumb moment, right? Because that should have been the moment where, we see them do what humans who are in a apocalypse, right, in a wasteland would do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They wouldn't bump heads. They probably would have sex right then and there.
Oh my God, the chat.
I mean, this is the trend.
Alan, what do you think?
Yeah, this is the trend. We go to movies to escape the world that we live in, to transport us to a different world, or to put ourselves in the shoes of other people. And the greatest movies, make us feel heroic, make us feel respect for our country, make us feel. Another emotion that is missing is love. Films make us feel love. Love is a very powerful emotion, and that's why we go to movies. And love, along with all the other ones, the thrills, the tragedy, for some reason we're taking love out of movies. And this one, I don't. This idea that there is affection between the two, it felt more platonic affection. Also, it's it's said early on, so I think I'm okay with saying it. But there's a concerted effort to keep her virginal throughout the first half of the movie.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, wow, this is a very evolved dystopian future. A very progressive dystopian future.
Yeah.
And I hate this trend. It's a trend. It happens all the time, and I hate it. Let people fall in love again.
But that was the only thing that other than the runtime, the first 40 minutes, the ending we're not going to talk about. I think the good outweighed the bad. That was the only moment I went, would have been a good moment for a kiss. Why did you do that? How about the effects and the action? I know, look, there's a lot of digital enhancement, but I think it's better in this than Fury Road. It was just so good. There's so much great, like the War Boys. And now that we know all the players, they just went for it. There's so much more death in this than Fury Road.
Yeah, actually.
I would say
I appreciate that they went for it, man. I think, the effects. Look, the effects are the effects, and by now we just have to realize that most practical effects are not going to be done in a film because they're way more expensive and time consuming, and studios now would just rather do something lazy, right? So once I've accepted that, I'm able to kind of look at it like, well, the effects were still pretty good. And what made up for that, though, was the action, and the stunt work. The stunt work was amazing in this movie. And we see, oh my God, just these crazy stunts being done. Like when the guys are in the parachutes, when they take off from the motorcycle.
Oh, that was so cool.
It was so cool. I was like, this is wild stuff, man. So I was impressed. I was highly impressed with the visuals, but especially the stunt work in this movie.
I like practical stunts. Maybe that's why I like Fall Guy so much, because the majority, I think all of it was actually practical. In this one, I'll agree that there's, they did a good job of blending the CG and the practical, but it still looked like an animated feature, an adult animated feature. Dune, on the other hand, looked absolutely real. You could have swore that what is a thornicopter, that thing really exists, and that the action that was going on was really happening. It looked authentic. This one still looks like a cartoon, and it looked that way with Fury Road. And then when you compare it to the original Mad Max and Thunderdome, it was it was shot on film, the early films. It was gritty, it was dirty, it was dusty. This one's too clean. It's absolutely too clean. And that's the thing that pulls me out of this. Now, I will grant you that when you watch the movie and see the action scenes, to not have done it in CG probably would have cost dozens of lives. Because, I mean, the things that people go through, like, let's just say you're standing on top of a tanker, a bomb goes off, and then you fly off the tanker into the desert. That's I get it. I get it why they did it. The other thing is, in terms of world building within the action sequences, I'll give the nod to Dune again, because this one, it takes place in the desert. I know Dune does, but at least the backgrounds in Dune kind of made things more interesting. And this one, they're just on the desert. And so in terms of effects, I'm giving it to Dune. This one is fine. Ultimately, again, there for the action, and this is animated cartoon action. So there you go.
Well, the other thing I loved about the movie, I don't know if we should do a number score. I think we all recommend it.
Yeah.
I
Oh
recommend
yeah,
it.
for sure.
Yeah.
With qualifications. Yeah.
Number score, we'll wait, till next week after we see it again. But the car porn is better in this than, they build cars. You see the War Boys building an engine, and they're like working on this big engine with found and scavenged parts, like the motorcycles, the cars, the trucks. They had construction vehicles that were involved, and they
the monster truck. A monster truck.
The monster truck is so good. So the car porn stuff I love, because I used to work on cars. I had a 1965 Ford Fairlane that I did a lot of work on. I used to have a 1972 Triumph Daytona that I rebuilt. I stripped it to the frame, put it back together. Now, to be fair, Triumphs are pretty simple vehicles, so not much to it. But it was fun. Like the car porn, I loved it. It wasn't just the construction vehicles. That one sequence, like they are used in an action sequence, was just, it's like young boys who like to play with cars and trucks. This is like just so awesome. So
there's a reveal of a certain character in the movie that is preceded by a car discussion.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just God. So
although I don't know, man. Like for me, I'm a little mixed because the vehicles in Fury Road were pretty incredible. So I don't know if I'm gonna say that these were better because they were both crazy, man. I mean, come on, man. In Fury Road, you had a guy hanging playing a guitar with fire. I mean,
right?
Like like it doesn't get more batshit than that. So, but no, the car porn, the gear porn in this is top notch.
Yeah. Alan, any thoughts?
Oh, I think I said what I said about it.
Oh, well, there you are.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to your chat comments and questions here. Wait, I found it. Here we go.
For Jean Hu for 742, I'm okay with the mechanical arm. It's basic movie physics a la Army of Darkness and Iron Man. Just want a little bit more realism than what we were given. That's all. From Rudy for $2. Thank you. It's cool and all, but I wanted a Mad Max movie. Don't we all?
Well, don't blink. That's all I'll say.
From That Park Place. Hey, guys. Forehead touching. What are they? Cats? More like Furiosas. That's from Jonas J. Campbell.
Oh, that's great, Jonas. Thanks.
From Oliver Lavery Farag. Furiosa's metal arm sounds like Spider-Man's web shooter. They just exist. Don't question it.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, okay. From Romina Jones. Dental hygiene is shit in the apocalypse. Don't blame them.
That's a good
lot
point.
of rotted teeth.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Dennis Wright, like an Eskimo kiss. Maybe they'll kiss differently. Maybe they kiss different in Australia. A guy in his room says, "Yeah, romance is dead in movies. I noticed that in the new Mission Impossible movies.
Yep.
Yeah, they play around with it and they never pay it off." Okay. Professor Fear, was there Asian representation, Alan? No, but there were a lot of white guys.
Well, it's Australia. What do you expect?
Yeah, Asians didn't survive the apocalypse.
Apparently not. Or they just went whiteface. From Lucas, do we get to see any nudity, Chris? Well, if they're not kissing.
Yes, no nudity. No. What can you say?
From Alex Gray, hey Chris, just wanted to say we're all glad. We're also glad you are here, kicking ass and taking names.
Hell yeah!
I should put commas in these things, then I can read them better. From Laura Buckles. Girl boss equals great at everything just because. Interesting female character equals has an interesting story.
Well,
Yeah.
that's the case here.
Mhm.
So, I mean, you could point to some things and go, girl boss, she made an arm, but she fails more than she succeeds in the movie. And she learns and is mentored by a man, several men. So, there's more. She definitely does not fit that cliche.
Yeah. And her character evolves throughout the film, which is
Yeah.
important.
Yeah.
You know, like most of the first half, she's running away.
Yeah.
From Toxic Waltz N8. Yeah, any boobies in this movie? I think the only ones in Fury Road were from literal human cows.
Yeah. Do you remember that, Alan? You pay attention to that.
I like good boobies, but the human cows I barely remember. But
I can safely say that there were no boobs in this movie.
Okay, make sure you clip that, Glenn. Just want to say that.
Big Blue Dog. Speaking of Sarah Connor, Chris, did you use the pickup line, "Are you Sarah Connor?" back in the 80s?
God, I never did. I wasn't much of a pickup artist, to be honest. I always seemed to have a girlfriend. So
Yeah. And you were pretty much a nerd back in the day. So.
And I would have used that then if I'm a nerd, legit nerd. So yeah.
From Fat Loba, she's like Zendaya but white.
Nope, that's not true at all. Zendaya is not a good actress by any means. Anya Taylor-Joy is actually a really good actress.
I agree. I think she's better than Zendaya, and she's much
100 times
likable.
better.
Yeah, she's much more likable than Chani in Dune.
Zendaya is good at playing a drug addict. That's about it.
That's so I've heard, but I haven't seen that series. What's that series? You always
Euphoria.
praise it.
Yeah,
you always praise it, Don.
I mean,
it's a good show, but no, she's not a good actress.
Yeah, I would throw it back to Thoroughbreds with her and Olivia Cook.
That was great.
Yeah. All right, from Patrick Lemire, it's just that white protagonist has been pushed down so much.
It doesn't say white.
People have poor. What?
No, it doesn't say white.
Male. Sorry, white people. Sorry, I see that and I go, it's either white or it's male. It's just that male protagonist has been pushed down so much that people have poon TSD.
Okay.
All right. From Toxic Waltz at 8 again. 100% agree. As much as the more woke folk are very sensitive, many anti-woke people are quite so. So tell them and see how they squirm.
Yeah, it's like I say, I think there's two sides of the spectrum. People who say everything is racist and sexist and blah, blah, blah. Then there's other side says everything is woke and girl boss. And the truth probably more in the middle. Yeah. Not everything is woke. Not everything is, racist or sexist. It's more the middle.
Now, Doctor Who, that's woke.
Yeah, oh my God. I don't even want it. The clips I've seen, everything I know about it.
I've seen the first 2 episodes. It
looks terrible.
It's almost like a woke parody. It's so bad.
Right. Like,
I'll say this. Doctor Who, it's gay.
Yes, very much so.
Oh, not just gay, it's super gay.
Super gay. It's
but don't ignore his chocolateness.
That's right.
You can't ignore his chocolateness.
Dante, can we talk about your chocolateness?
I wear my chocolateness like a badge of honor.
I can imagine you with all your African American friends just sitting around the campfire talking about your chocolateness. Well, I wish I could be a fly on the wall for that discussion.
Oh my God.
I mean, it's such a part of our identity, Alan, that you're absolutely right.
I know.
That happens.
Yeah, and if you guys could figure out what a computer is,
we're still working on that.
All right.
Yeah. What's
one day our children would know what a computer is.
Oh my God. We're just going over all the dumb things that have been said on the internet in the last week. Wow. Which is something. This is going to be a shorter stream because we are not going to get into spoilers. But final thoughts from you guys on we all the thing is this all the way around, we all recommend it. We all enjoyed it with issues. And we all seem to have the same issues. But I honestly, I can't wait to see it again. I can't like certain action sequence. I can't wait. I can't wait. So, but final thoughts from you guys.
Yeah, I'll say, hey, grab a date, go watch this movie, man. It's going to be fun. No matter who you're with, they're going to enjoy it. It's a ride. It's a great uh time at the theater. I mean, as far as you won't waste your time. But also, look, there's something for everybody, right? There's action for the ladies. There's Chris Helmsworth. Enough said, I guess. And it's just a good movie. It's a good movie. You know what? It's not the best movie, but you will enjoy it. You will enjoy it. I enjoyed it. I'm definitely going to see it again next week. So
cool.
And I'm taking a date, probably.
Well, there you go. Nice, Alan.
Yeah, comments are coming up. I'm gonna say exactly what Gary said on the Nooner. I like this movie. I don't know that I'm gonna see it again. If I do see it again, it's because I'm taking my daughter to see it. That would probably be the only reason I'll go back. It's just too long. It's too long. It's one of those where you just got to strap in. Unlike you, I don't like going to the bathroom in the middle of a movie. I
can't help it.
I know you can't help it. I'll give it a 7 out of 10 though. It's a good story. It's just too damn long.
Well, says the guy who is taking his daughter to the extended versions of all the Lord of the Rings movies.
Yeah, have you seen the Lord of the Rings movies?
Yes, I've seen them.
Are you even comparing this movie to
one
of
the comparison? Not a comparison. Not a comparison. Yeah, I'm just saying you're complaining of running time.
I will sit through a great movie for 4 hours, and Lord of the Rings is it. Yeah, I'm doing it.
Okay,
all three. We're doing all three.
All three back to back. You are insane.
3 days in a row.
I wish they were a week apart, like Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Spider-Man was one Spider-Man movie a week. Why can't you? I don't have 4 hours a day, 3 days in a row.
4.5 hours because of trailers, right?
4.5. Like, my God, and all 9 endings for Return of the King. I have the extended editions on Blu-ray, whatever.
You are hardcore, man. You are hardcore.
Yeah. I mean, seriously, the epilogue is a movie in and of itself.
Yeah,
it kind of is.
My final thoughts. Can't wait to see it again. I'll probably dislike the flaws less the second time. I find that's they won't stand out. Final. Got some chats here.
Yes. From Justin N for 10. Thank you for that. Chris, glad you're doing well. The lack of quality films lately has led me to watch more older films. I've been on a Kurosawa kick. Yojimbo is my favorite so far. We need more men like Toshiro Mifune.
Wow, there you go. Harry, thank you for that. Very generous. Appreciate it.
And Big Dog Blue, 7 out of 10. Too many whites. You can quote me on that.
Nice.
In fact, Laura Buckles, Alan is in a mood tonight. I've been on the road for well over 3 hours. There and back. Crispy, Alan is killing it tonight, like every night.
That's right. There and back again. Yeah,
I think what they're saying is they like angry Alan.
Oh, I love angry Alan.
Oh my gosh! I mean, when I saw Waze, I put up Waze, and from the theater, when I left you guys, it was telling me 2 hours to get home.
Yeah.
Okay. I got to go through downtown for all that. And from Toxic Walt N8, is the Mad Max popcorn bucket some sort of stick shift mechanism?
No, but I would get it.
They missed an opportunity.
Yeah.
For the Mad Max. From Dizzy Willow, maybe we'll get a female-led Lethal Weapon soon. Wouldn't that be lucky? Yeah.
No,
Wouldn't that be
I don't
interesting?
know.
absolutely not.
Yeah, I think Babes is the closest thing we'll get to a female Lethal Weapon. Ron is wrong. Is Furiosa better than the Fall Guy? Yes,
Yes, to me, yes.
Yeah,
except
very
Fall Guy had
different,
more romance.
very different movies, but I liked Furiosa more.
Oddly enough, both date movies.
There you go.
I mean, I'll say Furiosa had a better story, more
Yes.
cohesive story, and wasn't going for the jokes all the time. From Big Blue Dog, will it beat Apes at the box office? Interesting.
I don't know.
I don't
More
know.
Than,
I
more
would.
than
My gut
56
says
million.
yeah. My gut says yes, but I've been surprised by how bad the box office has
I
been.
mean, every weekend is underperforming.
Yeah.
We ran into
Actually, you know what? I don't see it beating Apes because I think more people have seen the Ape franchise than have seen the Mad Max franchise. So
well,
I don't think it's going to beat Apes at all.
But I don't think you're going to say that Apes blew Furiosa.
No. I don't, no, but I think that just because of name alone, because of name recognition, I think that the Apes is going to do better.
well, and it is, but it is Memorial Day weekend. Does that give it an edge, or more people off work? What do you think?
Well, let me ask you this: have you heard of anybody like like who couldn't wait to see Furiosa? Who's like, I just can't wait for this movie to come out.
I feel like
you got me there.
Yeah,
You got me there.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh man.
Plus,
no one is dying for Furiosa to come out.
Yeah, Disney put out Wish over Thanksgiving weekend, and look how that did.
Ooh, true.
Yeah, I mean, and all the Star Wars movies came out on Memorial Day, the good ones. For Fletcher Williams, I suck at Games Channel. I remember when gays were fun and happy. Guys,
What
gays.
was that comment about?
I have no idea. Jay Price, very true on Doctor Who. Yes, it's gay.
Yeah, it's yeah, was it?
It's not just gay, it's bad. It's just bad. The writing is bad.
I know. Quite frankly, it's insulting to the LGBT community.
Well, I think, God, I was talking to a friend and it was like, gay is just mainstream. It's just, I miss gay culture being cool and kind of like, oh, you have to know about this, like this, drag queen bar, this cool, fun thing. It was never about like bring your kids to whatever. It was just like a fun thing. And gay culture was like this cool alternative culture. Now it's so in the mainstream, so in your face.
Chris, you just want to keep them in the closet.
Well, it was more fun that way.
Yeah. The thing is that I don't know, of all my gay friends, none of them act like that. And I get it's a doctor
really
and
don't.
Kind of elevated, but no one is that flamboyant in real life or
it's almost like when cops watch actors play cops in shows and they're like, yeah, we would never do that. Right. Like that would never happen, right? And I think that's what happens with the gay community. It's like a lot of gays are looking at this stuff like, that's not what we do. That's not how we are.
Well, it's like when Asians watch Mickey Rooney in Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Right. Well, when I was a kid, I thought it was bad. I was a kid. That movie was like, I remember watching it and feeling like weird, like this is not this weird, because I had Asian friends and it just felt weird.
Well, it just came out of nowhere. And it was Mickey Rooney, for crying out loud.
It might be one of the most racist impressions like I've seen on screen.
And not even funny. If it was funny, I would have said, whatever.
Funny.
What's that?
It was funny.
I mean, it's funny now, I guess, but
I know. I saw it as a full-grown adult. I didn't see it back then.
Well, I saw it as a kid, whatever. Anyways, gosh, I want to keep going, and I love hanging out, but I think we can't say anymore without ruining the movie.
Yeah. I think short and sweet is probably the best way to go with this one. Plus, my internet's very shaky right now.
Well, there
So a
you
week
go.
from Friday, we'll get into depth with everyone.
We'll do spoilers, and we are back on Friday morning with the Film Threat live cast. We'll have reviews of what are we doing?
Back in Black, is that the name of it?
Yeah.
The Amy Winehouse movie.
Amy Winehouse movie. We're gonna do. Alan and I saw Babes.
Yeah.
Don't spoil it, Alan.
Okay,
we're gonna
I'm
review
sure
a lot of
people
movies.
saw it too.
We're gonna review a lot of movies no one has seen, and you'll hear what Alan and I think. We'll probably do a lot of spoilers.
Okay, and then you've seen If. We'll talk
I've
about
seen If. So, yeah, it's gonna be fun. We got like 5-6 movies to review on Friday. It'll be fun. Final super chat here came in hot
from Micah McCusiton. Micah McCusion for $10. Thank you. Finally, get to see a live stream. I love the show. Welcome back, Chris Gore.
Thank you, Micah.
About these evening live streams. I mean, we're doing pretty good.
We do, yeah. But thank you, Micah, and thank you to everyone who has sent me well wishes, emails, DMs. I don't know. I'm really taken aback, and so thank you to everyone. And I'm not perfect. I'm 80%. 80%. I still can't say prostitute. Prostitute.
Do you know how hard it is to order a prostitute when you can't even say the word prostitute?
I want to, yes. How do I get to say prostitute correctly?
I'm just curious who showed up.
No, we were talking about a movie last week that had a prostitute in it, and I couldn't say it. So I could say whore, skank. What else?
He's gonna go down the list.
Sex worker.
What's another synonym for prostitute? Call
I can
girl,
say whore, hooker, tramp, sleaze,
hooker,
skank.
yeah, skank, yeah. Just say it.
Oh yeah, Chris, can you say proselytizing?
I can say proselytizing. So
Okay,
there you go. I'm better than Gary. I can say horror amarata, but Gary can't seem to do that. So
yeah, everyone has words they want you to say. Can you say pistachio?
Yeah, pistachio.
That's the chat now.
They're busting my balls here. All right, read this one, Alan.
All right, Ron is Wong. Wrong. Oh, my dyslexia. Okay.
Ron is Wong.
Well, Ron
Did
is
you
Wong.
say Ron is Wong?
You have no idea. Okay. What yellow face movie upset Alan Ing the most? I have to say, I like a lot of the yellow face movies. Nothing's bothered me. Not another teen movie. Sam Levine plays a great Asian in that. Yeah. Oh, I guess Charlie Chan. Any of the Charlie Chan stuff? The Craw is amazing. Love The Craw. And even Alec Guinness played a Chinese man in a movie. And you fuck that bitch.
Oh God. A few more super chats here that came in hot at the end here. So Alan, if you would.
Yeah, if you want to extend the show, keep them coming. From Shalu for 742. Chris, 80% is better than most people's 99%.
I'll take it. Thank you so much.
Yeah. From Snakes and Funerals for 10. Thank you, Snakes and Funeral. Glad you're back, Chris.
Thank you.
Well wishes there. From Craigslist user 12 for $5. Thank you. Hey, Chris, I'm local in Beverly Hills. Can locals meet up with you guys in LA for a Film Threat meetup?
I have an idea. We should do a Film Threat meetup once a month for a movie that everyone wants to see. What do you think?
Well, Deadpool and Wolverine are coming up, so
Well, or like at the AMC Burbank 16, I'm gonna see Furiosa on May 23rd, Thursday. I think it's the 6:30 show. So maybe we do a meetup, before that at I don't know, somewhere. Alan, are you interested? What should we do? Maybe it's too
Yeah, I
soon
mean,
for
if
that.
we plan it out and I can make myself available.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Yeah,
We're
I'm
gonna
trying
come
to.
up.
Yeah, I'm looking
like
at the
maybe at
movies.
the
And
Yard
I'm not
House.
seeing anything.
What?
At the Yard House.
Yeah, Yard House or a place like that somewhere. We will. Hey, we will come up with a monthly film threat meetup or a movie. We'll meet in advance for the movie. You don't have to see the movie and just go to that screening. Tentatively, May 23rd, AMC Burbank 16, Yard House by 5 o'clock.
Yeah, let's see. Bad Boys 4. That's coming up soon.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Pixar Inside Out 2.
Wait, what?
Inside Out 2.
Yeah, that's all you,
I
Alan.
mean, it's just the movies. Oh my
Slim pickings.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, this summer is going to be bleak.
This year is going to be bleak.
Yeah, pretty much.
I just saw the new trailer. I don't want to torture you. I saw the new trailer for Wicked.
Oh, yeah, I saw it.
It's
I have
3.5 minutes, tells the whole story, and it's terrible. I couldn't stand it.
We should talk about it sometime, but we should talk about the luncheon for John M. Chu that I attended, and the things he said about Wicked. That might confirm a few things you think about the movie.
That is a whole nother show, man.
Tell me. Wait, we have one more super chat. Wait,
Okay.
tell what? No one's
Ready?
listening. By the way, there's 2,500 people watching on YouTube.
Holy shit! Really?
We don't usually get that many people. Please like this video, share it, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I just would appreciate it. Thank you. It's a lot for us. So, but what did he say? Just tell me.
So two things.
John Chu is wait, to set it up. John Chu, the director of Crazy Rich Asians.
Right, and step it up, and in the height.
You unstarred a super chat.
I didn't unstar anything. I didn't unstar.
Someone unstarred. Okay,
yeah, someone did.
Go back.
But okay, so let's just say I like John M. Chu. I like his catalog. I like him as a director. Let me preface this by saying I was listening to on Broadway on Sirius XM. They had the screenwriter of Wicked, who happens to be the book writer for Wicked, and talked about being able to make changes to the story and bring it to more modern times. Things she was saying. But let's get to John M. Chu. He talked about Cynthia Erivo, and he talked about how when she first got into the costume and stepped on stage, she just stepped into the role of Elphaba and made it her own. The sense that I got from there was that Cynthia Erivo is putting her experience into the role of Elphaba, because we all know that Elphaba is the outcast, the one who draws attention, and that the sense I got was that Cynthia Erivo was given a great deal of creative license for her portrayal of Elphaba, and that the director John M. Chu gave it to her.
Yeah, I'm very disappointed. Yeah, I love the stage play. I love it.
Yeah, the stage play is great.
I've seen it 3 times.
I've seen it 5 times. 5 times. And I'm straight. I swear.
Yeah. I mean, when we first saw the trailer at the Super Bowl, during the Super Bowl, I was willing to give it the benefit of the doubt that maybe we're just reading into it. But the more I hear about it, just little things, I feel like there may be some validity to our concerns.
No, I knew when they cast that actress that they were going to make it about race, and
Yeah.
it is kind of sad because that's really not what the movie's about or what the show is about. Like when I
Yeah.
was watching the stage play, I race never came into my mind. Right, she was
Mhm.
just an outcast because she was green.
Yeah.
Right.
Right, and that's it. It was like, and maybe because there were other black people on stage too at the time who played the Munchkins, I didn't notice anything about race.
Right.
But when I saw the trailer for this movie, I'm like, oh yeah, they're gonna make it completely about her being black or
Mhm.
Yeah.
black and green.
The cast is very diverse, right?
Yeah.
Just organically.
Yeah, but if you
And
go to Broadway, yeah, diversity rules Broadway.
yeah, well, no one
And
cares. It,
yeah,
it
no one
like
cares.
it just works with this. But the fact that she was green, like it just, but it made being an outcast, misfit. Everyone can relate to that.
Mhm.
But I feel like they're going to be very specific, and it's gonna. I don't think it's gonna work, honestly.
Yeah, and when you think about it, I mean, Idina Menzel and Kristen Chenoweth, they defined those two roles. You know,
Yeah.
everyone worked up to those performances that they gave,
Right.
and I
And I
just
get
feel
why
like,
they couldn't cast them for the movie though. Like I get
yeah,
that. These actresses are very old now.
yeah,
They
but you
want to
have a
look younger.
template. You have a template. You have a model of how this role is portrayed,
Right.
and to make it something beyond that, to make it political, is a huge mistake.
Yep. I agree.
Yeah, but you know they're gonna do it.
Yep.
Yep. Wow. Last minute super chats coming in hot.
Yeah. Okay. Flav for 10 pounds. Okay, Frank, here you go. Flockin chini pilification. Go. Oh, that's what he wants you to say that. It's a real word. Awesome. So yeah, you're awesome. You're back.
Talking about Chini capabilification. How'd
There's
I
absolutely
do?
no way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you're at 90% now.
Well, yeah. Thank you for that. I'm glad to be back as well.
All right, for Picasso. Hey, Picasso, for $5. Thank you. I had an acute stroke when I got robbed last year. I was in a coma, but here I am.
Yeah, more and more people are sort of coming out saying I had a stroke too. And it's very like it's good to know. Well, it's not good to know that people had strokes, but that people have survived it. They get past it. It is kind of a long healing process. I'm really probably 2 months from being 100%, but I can't stay away from you guys for that long. So I'm back.
Oh,
You know,
thanks. Thanks,
not
Chris.
100%. I'm back and cranky. So
Just
but
keep that blood pressure under control, man, and you'll be
that's
fine.
yeah. So and I haven't had a drop of alcohol. I'm not eating sugar of any kind, not ice cream, cookies, nothing, zero. My diet is pretty bland, but I actually don't miss it. Like the more I'm eating more raw food, it's just meat, veggies, fruit. I love it. So I don't miss my old garbage diet, honestly. So I didn't always eat garbage. I eat fairly healthy, but when you eat out a lot,
Mhm.
like it's not good.
It's not good.
It's not good.
Yeah.
So thank you for that.
Yeah. I mean, that was the one thing about the pandemic for me was it forced me to cook at home, and I like doing it now.
Yeah, same. I like cooking. I use my air fryer every other day. I love it.
Same.
Love it. It's great.
Yeah.
Here we go.
All right, from JTPRX, for a member for 19 months. Thank you for your support. That's a long time. Glad you are back as well. Was it an ischemic or a hemorrhagic stroke? If you don't want to share, I understand. Please be consistent with meds if given.
I don't know, honestly. I know it was mild because I'm no drooping of the face. My hands and I can walk and I'm fine there. It's really just my voice and my exhaustion. So I'm like, I'm good for, I just feel tired a lot. So, and it's little by little getting better, but I don't know. And yeah, no, I'm being very consistent with meds. I take it very seriously. So there you go. And the thing that's really disconcerting is finding out how bad food is.
Yeah.
Like, I'm looking at food labels, everything is bad.
Everything has sugar and salt.
Yeah.
Everything has way too much sugar. I mean, hot dog buns have 5 grams of sugar. Like, it's horrifying, like that our food is poison. I read every label. I'm really careful about what I buy at the store, and it just makes me sick
Yeah.
that, our food, I have to be so careful with everything I buy. So I'm woke up from it, and I think in the long run it'll be better.
You know, it's
So,
something that might help you is, and it's something that I look at because I've cut down on
What?
my sugar as well. Is look at diabetic diets, and
Yeah.
they give you great alternatives, man, to sugar and a bunch of other things. So,
Yeah, I'll do that for sure. I mean, I have been like,
like even if you don't have diabetes, it's just eating what they eat will cut your sugar completely out.
that's the plan.
Although they've been moving diabetics away from moving them toward more like keto and carnivore type diets.
Right.
From Lori Buckles, fast food is worse than ever now. I can't eat most of it. Well, fortunately, in California, we've come up with the solution to eating fast food.
Yeah.
And that's raising the hell out of its prices.
The prices of fast food, it's literally the same as going to Yard House.
Yeah.
You can go to Denny's cheaper than Chick-fil-A.
You'll pay $15 for a value meal at McDonald's.
In fact, McDonald's is thinking of coming back with a $5 value meal menu. They're like, wait, tell the story of what you told me the other week, Alan.
Oh yeah, no, I was at a screening in LA, and usually, especially if I'm with my daughter, we'll go to Chick-fil-A right off the 10 freeway, and we would go there, and every time we go there, the wait was at least 20 minutes to half an hour long. The last time I went, there was no line whatsoever, and for a combo meal and a sandwich, $25
to feed one person.
That's insane.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Hey,
yeah,
Cardinal.
For Carmel for 5, thank you guys for your thoughts on Furiosa. I was going to blow it off. I'm actually considering seeing it now, and don't forget to wish RMB an HBD. Oh,
that's right.
Not today. Not today.
It's
Not
his
today,
birthday. It's his birthday today.
Yeah, no one wish him every other day,
He's
but not
gonna
today.
do a live stream. Oh, I'm gonna watch it. I'm getting off this. I'm gonna watch his live stream. Thank you, Carnell, and go see Furiosa in the theater. I think see it in IMAX screening. And last super chat here,
Picasso for 2. I got robbed. I took some down, but they beat me.
Wow, that is horrifying. I'm sorry to hear that. Like, I've had friends assaulted in LA. Like, mostly it's the fentanyl zombies that are downtown.
Oh my gosh.
They're like hopped up on whatever and are violent, But basically I live out. I'm not in LA. I'm in Pasadena, but it's basically Gotham City now.
Gotham City?
Yeah, it's Gotham City.
Yeah.
Pretty bad.
No, I think I showed you, but we have billboards in Orange County that say we prosecute crime.
There you go. Hey, well, thank you for joining us. Wait, what is...
I would like to say hello to my guest, Mr. Chris Gore, from the hit YouTube podcast, Film Threat. I have a question, Mr. Gore. Many people have reported spotting you in the Bahamas having a great time, while at the same time putting all the responsibility of running your shows on Mr. Alan Ing. How do you respond to these allegations, Mr. Gore?
Why did what's going on?
I love that
That's
sketch.
BS. Anyways, thank you so much. We'll be back on Friday. Join us for that. Want to say thank you again to everybody. Your support means so much to me. Thank you to Dante for joining us last minute. Subscribe to his channel. Link in the description. And you're going live on Monday. Dante,
Yes, going live Monday and Thursday of next week, doing a double duty on my live shows because I missed this week. And tomorrow I'm dropping my X-Men 97 review. And yeah, so, sub to the channel if you can. I greatly appreciate it.
We want to get Dante monetized. So
also follow me on X if you're not easily offended.
I love your Twitter feed is on fire, dude.
I'm surprised they haven't banned me yet. Every day I go there expecting like my account is going to be suspended and gone.
Well, you've been banned in the past, right?
No, I have been. So
I remember. Oh my god.
And I haven't let up. So I mean, it's on them now.
Helen, you have anything coming up? I'm seeing you on Friday.
I know, yeah. Anything happening tomorrow? Is that what you're asking?
No,
no. I'm gonna be either in Yorba Linda watching movies or in Orange watching movies.
Well, there you go. Cool. Yeah. All right, Alan.
Let's get out of here. Oh, sorry, what?
No, I just want to say thank you, everybody, and shout out to Atomic Lori taking care of us in the background, modding, producing, and all that, and Glenn Nuccio, Glenn Brown.
Thank you, Lori.
Thank you.
Thanks, Lori.
And Alan.
Let's get out of here.